We have the one and the only Fire with Dr. Ninja Turtle.
Friends, guess who I have here?
Thank you so much.
He is here with us this morning, loud, live, and in person, and willing to share a little bit about the whole fire movement. If you've ever heard of that, if you haven't, don't worry. We're going to get into that.
Hi, everybody. I am Fire with Dr. Ninja Turtle, and I am a new YouTuber. I am trying to build my channel, but I'm learning. I'm learning so much every day. And so I'm happy to be here. This is really stepping outside of my comfort zone.
Mine too. I will, just for full transparency, I'm a new YouTuber, just like Fire with Dr. Ninja Turtle is. And I started my YouTube journey in January 2024. I posted my first video the last week of January 2024. So think about New Year's resolutions. And I was bound and determined not to let the new. This one is for you, Dr. Ninja Turtle. Please do tell us, why the name Dr. Ninja Turtle?
Well, okay, first of all, I have to tell you guys that I am Donatello, right? Which is the purple Ninja Turtle. And I did not know about the Ninja Turtles when I was given the name, right? I rode motorcycles with the Buffalo Soldiers, which is the largest African-American motorcycle club in the country. And what we do is we ride around the country to other chapters in other states and raise money for charity, for their local charities in their state, like school scholarships and those kinds of things. And so when I joined this motorcycle club, someone named me Ninja Turtle because everybody has a name. And part of it was because I wore all of this motorcycle gear that all you could see was just my face. And so I was named Ninja Turtle. So I looked up the Ninja Turtles and I picked Raphael, which is like the red Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
And somebody said, do you realize that he's the one that always starts fights? And so I said, wait a minute, I don't want to be that one. And they said, Donatello is the smart one. And so I moved over and I'm the purple Ninja Turtle. And so what you'll see on my live is my motorcycle vest, of which I designed my own Ninja Turtle. And he has a doctoral cap, and he has a diploma, and he's standing on a stack of textbooks. And so that was my own design of my own Ninja Turtle. So when I was riding with the club, everyone called me Ninja Turtle. Now that I'm not in the club anymore and I ride with people in my local community, because we ride and we raise money for charity again, I'm all about community service. That's going to sort of come out here. But they just call me Turtle. And so some people on YouTube call me Fire. They call me Doctor. Doesn't matter. You know, you call me anything you want.
We're talking about financial freedom with Dr. Ninja today. And our friends at Fidelity Investments, and no, this is not sponsored, but our friends at Fidelity Investments say that financial freedom is flexibility and choices with your money, potentially pursuing passions or spending more freely, even if you are still working. Do you agree with that definition of financial freedom? I kind of want to go with, tell us about the FIRE movement and what financial freedom and financial independence mean, however you want to do that, Dr. Ninja.
Well, the FIRE movement, and I can't speak for the entire FIRE movement. However, this is my understanding and how it relates to me, is the FIRE movement is about freedom, just like it says here. It's not a specific number. A lot of people think financial independence is millions of dollars. It doesn't have to be, right? It could be hundreds of dollars. What it means is that you have the ability to choose to work and make work optional. So you can, there are people, and I'm talking about different YouTube channels, but there are people who just live on a farm and they just survive off the farm and they don't need a lot of money. And now what they've done is this family has moved to Thailand. So whatever money they make from YouTube, they make plenty of money to live in Thailand. And so it's however you define financial independence. And so personal finance, so some people do YouTube channels, right? And I'm going to go ahead and talk about something I was going to talk about a little bit later because I want to give this example.
Okay.
There's this young couple in Canada that quit working when they were about 28 years old. They quit their corporate jobs. And this guy and his girlfriend, they started a YouTube channel and they are paying themselves as a corporation. And they are now 30 and are well on their way to becoming millionaires, right? Now they don't have $1 million, but this goes into one of the parts of FIRE because there are different levels of FIRE, right? There is Barista FIRE, where you become a barista at Starbucks, right?
Mhm.
So you have the ability to quit your corporate 6-figure job because you've saved enough money that your money will grow on its own in the stock market or wherever. And you can just take a job at Starbucks that just gives you insurance. So that's Barista FIRE. That's sort of the beginning, right? There's Coast FIRE, where people save up a lot of money early on in their career, and then they don't save any more. Because let's say by the age of 35, I'm making up a number there, but by the age of 35, they have saved up $200,000. Well, that $200,000, by the time they get to be 65, will have grown to $3.5 million. Now, I didn't do any math on any of those numbers, but that's a generalization of how so. And now they won't save any more money. They'll just live their life. They'll go through corporate America. They'll go on vacations, but they don't need to save anymore. So that's Coast FIRE. A lot of people are Coast FIRE.
I promise myself that this working every day, Monday through Friday, I'm not about that life. I'm not about that life. So I am putting in the time right now and making preparation right now in real time so that I can retire early. And when I say retire early, I'm talking about that Monday through Friday grind where I am working for someone else, Dr. Ninja. I want to work for myself. Now, I'm willing to grind after 50, but it's going to be for me. Right? It's going to be me working for myself in, expanding my consultant work, which I'm doing now. So that's already passive income that I use in addition to my 9-to-5. And y'all, I just intend to expand that, just keep expanding, reducing my 9-to-5 and increasing my passive income. Right? And so I see. Y'all, we are only about what, 25, 30 minutes in, and Dr. Ninja has already given me 2 pages of notes. I'm trying to get all the gems. What are you drinking on this morning?
Well, I am drinking my coffee. I have a huge coffee cup because I drink a lot of coffee. But I just want to show you this cow print on my coffee cup because I used to live in Vermont where there were cows. And so I just love cows. And so when a friend of mine who makes these cups, when she made the cow print, I said, I want a cow print cup. And so one of the things about Vermont, living in Vermont, everybody had
to that. And you also mentioned, because you have been dropping gems ever since we logged in this morning. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Ninja Turtle, and to our guests who are on this live, one of them being Life with T 76. Life with T shares similar content, very accessible to those who are trying to achieve financial freedom and financial independence. T does a lot with budgeting and all of that. T, feel free to drop your link. If we have other content.
Look,
finally met.
It's the turtle. Yeah, the turtle is in the building. I am having dessert. It is a wonderful turtle cheesecake. And it is 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. But of course, the turtle is being El Chico. And so he is not enjoying a dessert.
That's right.
But Kitty K is, because she's that girl. Talk, turtle.
This is fabulous, getting the honor of meeting you. And so I cannot believe that creators are getting together live and in person.
You really have. Oh wow, he's teasing for the guys. So I'm over here enjoying my cheesecake while Turtle does what he does.
Which is watch Candy Cane.
But thank you for the invitation. He is a gentleman, and he was passing through, and he reached out, and it was after my work day, so I came out. Y'all, thank you for rocking and riding with me. And the turtle.
Yeah.
This is Candy K. Aww.
And we will see you in the YouTube streets.
Yeah. If he wanted some cheesecake, he should have got some. This is delicious. Goodbye for now.
It was a plum-pleasing pleasure to get to meet our own Dr. Ninja Turtle in the real streets. Thank you for the visit and thank you for the conversation. I love talking finances with Dr. Ninja Turtle. Y'all check him out. And let's all retire early.